Hey Virgos, this is Perigaea Tarot. I'm here to do your daily reading for love. Oh, interesting. I always find that when whatever opens up, whatever's under the deck, or whatever I open up to at the beginning of the reading has relevance. You could be dealing with a fire sign or a Gemini. This could be a situation where someone is feeling maybe a bit fatigued or lacking in confidence or motivation to reach out to you because of maybe a long period of waiting or indecision. Universe, I ask about my Virgo, the person on my Virgo mind. How do they feel about Virgo? And what are their intentions and next actions towards Virgo? The moon in the reverse, you could be dealing with a Cancerian or a Pisces. And this could be somebody whose motivations, like this keeps coming out. This person is angry and defensive. I could be dealing with an air sign, but this feels more like an energy to me. This feels like someone who is either angry sincerely or is planning on coming in with an aggressive approach. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. They seem to be mostly gone now. So this is somebody either coming in aggressively or because they are sincerely angry and defensive, or because they're thinking that maybe an aggressive tactic or this could be somebody who they know that they're in the wrong and they're thinking that if they come in and act angry, that it'll switch the roles and make it seem like they're the injured party as a means of just kind of escaping accountability for what they've done, maybe. Universe, what? Yep, Six of Cups in the reverse. So this is somebody, because I feel like what it is that they're worried that you won't accept their apology. And so, yeah, because the truth is that they want to come in and offer love. So you could be dealing with a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And I think that they know that they are the ones that the apology should completely be in their hands and on their shoulders. But I'm sensing that this could be somebody who uses a tactic of trying to blame shift. And again, with the Lovers in the reverse. So I feel like if this is somebody who has hesitated to come in and taken their time, it's because they know it's really just about this. It's saying that if this person is not making a choice or not taking action, it's because of this. It's because they know that it's their fault and they don't want to take responsibility for it. So with the Star to the Magician, this person wants to heal things, but they're trying to kind of be manipulative, and it feels like this is an energy of somebody who wants to heal things, but by manipulating things, because down here we have the Five of Pentacles. This feels like somebody who's more thinking about making themselves feel better than they are about making you feel better when you're the one who's owed an apology, is what I'm sensing here. Oh, 1 second, guys. My mic fell down. There we go. So this feels like somebody who wants to heal the situation, but it's more about like incubating and protecting their own emotions. It's kind of narcissistic, to be quite honest, is what it feels like. It feels like somebody who wants to escape accountability for how they've hurt you, and so they're just looking for a way to manipulate the situation. Again, with the Gemini energy, also Aquarius, or on the flip side of a more positive scenario, this could just be somebody who wants to heal things with you, and they're trying to think of ways that they can make it work. They're hoping, and what I'm seeing is a deflection tactic. I'm seeing the hand, the finger of his hand pointed away. It's like he's trying to get you to look somewhere else, so that he can, so that you won't see what he's really trying to do. With the Five of Pentacles to the Six of Swords, this could be somebody there's kind of two things I'm sensing here. This could be somebody who is intending to leave you out in the cold and then move on. Or this could be somebody who sees that you feel left out in the cold and wants to make things better. I'm sensing that for one side of the narrative strongly, that this is somebody who wants to because look at this. In the Five of Pentacles, this lady is like, she's like a beggar. She's got this, She's got a shawl over her head because she's cold and she's miserable. And in the Six of Swords, you know, the man is, his head is uncovered. The child, his head is uncovered because they're comfortable, but she's still covered up, like she's cold and her needs are not being met. What I'm sensing here is that this is someone who wants to find a way to kind of force you into a connection and keep it going without meeting your needs while you are still basically left out in the cold. They just want you to agree to the technicality of being back with them, or, you know, to seem like you're on good terms with them, but they don't really care about what's going on inside of you. It's like they're just thinking about themselves, is what I'm sensing. That is at least one narrative here. With the Two of Pentacles to the Devil, yeah, this does, it feels like toxic energy. This feels like somebody who prioritizes everything but you, kind of emotionally. This feels like somebody who likes to keep you sort of bound. And I'm trying to, how do I say this? It's like they're keeping you in this place of uncertainty where you never feel grounded, where you never feel like your needs are acknowledged and grounded in reality. It's like they're always hold this investment that they have, you know, is always floating around here. Like, I'm uncertain. Should I give this to you? I don't know. It's over here. It's like they're always trying to like pull away from you the thing that you need from them, and it's a way to bind you. You know, it's like they never actually just like give you what you need and deserve. Yeah, there it is. It's like by keeping you on the edge of pain, by keeping you on the edge of what you can stand, they're hoping to dim your shine and to keep you dependent on them, but not actually help you, not fulfill your needs, but also not really take you off the market. Because again, with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, because the Nine of Pentacles in the upright is a strong, independent, happy woman who's doing all right on her own, and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse isn't really a woman who's taken off the market. She's just a woman who isn't really strong, independent, or available. She's just kind of having the life sucked out of her, but she isn't actually being committed to, or somebody is like taking the resources that she has to give in a love relationship, but not giving, you know, but without actually giving back. So I feel like this is somebody who likes your need. They like keeping you in a position of emotional, maybe even financial need, because it causes you to come back to them and empower their ability to basically, you know, suck narcissistic supply or emotional validation, you know, from you. And with the Nine of Swords here, this is somebody who they could either be distressed because they don't know how to approach you, or I feel like this could be them playing distressed, like they're pretending to be distressed here, because they're maybe thinking that you're going to pity them, maybe that you will take. Again, this could be another way that they deal with blame, is that when they're to blame, instead of apologizing, they start hurling blame at the other person to try to deflect. Again, deflection tactics. So, and I feel like this is not the fire sign that it could be, there's a lot of water sign here. Strong Capricorn, Aquarius, strong Gemini, and water sign. So, universe, how does my Virgo's person that's on my Virgo's mind feel about them? Interesting. Yep. So the way I have treated you is wrong, but I am the man. And so it's like this is somebody who they know that they've treated you wrongly, and yet they're so obsessed. It's narcissistic. This is kind of a I mean, it doesn't always have to be narcissistic, but this is it feels like a narcissistic energy that's like, I know I was wrong, but I'm not going to admit it, because that would mean taking accountability for what I did, and then I wouldn't feel good. So this person, I can't stop thinking about you, but it feels like a gross energy. It feels like somebody who's like claiming that they have feelings for you, and yet it's more about acknowledging their own feelings than it is about acknowledging your worth. You know, and in reality, what do you see in me in the reverse? So this is somebody who probably deep down knows that they're not really good enough for you, or they don't feel good enough for you, and that they're covering all this up with some narcissistic behavior. So what is this King of Swords in reverse to the Six of Cups? Yeah. So this is somebody who, again, they understand that they were completely power hungry in the past, and they might, again, there's two. One of the narratives is stronger and is coming out stronger. You could be, so you don't necessarily have to be dealing with somebody who's behaving this way. It could be that this is just somebody who, or you could be dealing with both, honestly. Um, this is somebody who knows and feels some remorse for the way that they behaved, and yet it's not enough to cause them to actually admit it, is what I'm sensing here. Because with the Knight of Swords, they're still completely defensive and they're still completely, aggressive. And with the Six of Cups in the reverse, again, I think that they know that they're not, that they feel that you're not going to basically let them back in. But again, with the Hermit to the Magician, it's like they're trying to cut in the reverse to the Magician. It's like they're just trying to disempower you. They just want to turn you upside down and come out feeling like they have the power. And again, trickery. It's a power dynamic with this person. I think this feels like some pretty narcissistic energy. What is this Six of Cups in the reverse? Oh, I dropped a card. Yeah, Ace of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who I'd say that they at least engaged in verbally abusive behavior. And I think that they know that I'd say that they probably haven't really apologized. Not really. This feels like deflection tactics from an apology. So, Knight of Wands in the reverse. This is somebody who has a tendency towards non-committal behavior. They like to flirt. I'd say that they like to feed off of other people, kind of. They like to maybe flirt around with lots of people and feed off of that. And this is them either wanting to apologize to you, or maybe this, I almost sense that this person could be in a relationship other than with you. Hold on. So what is this Six of Cups in the reverse? Yeah, with the Seven of Pentacles, they know that they messed up, and I think that they were hoping that if they stood back and just like didn't take action, that something would happen that would bring you back to them and cause them to not even have to apologize. And I think that that isn't happening, and they're angry about that because they want to restore this relationship. They want a revival. They want a reunion with you. They want to build with you, maybe even commit to you in the end. But they don't want to, talk things out. They don't want to, engage in the fight or conflict that is required, to gain your forgiveness, which is, showing you a basic level of respect. What is this Knight of Cups to the Ten of Wands? Yeah, could be dealing with a Pisces, definitely. So this is somebody, basically, they're thinking about you a lot. They're very unhappy about where things stand. They are trying to understand things from your point of view, or they are understanding things from your point of view, and basically knowing that, like, I think they're starting to kind of maybe accept that it doesn't seem likely that they're going to get you back, and they're really upset about that. So they could be considering actually coming in and being responsible towards you, but I don't know. I think their cockiness is going to cause them to walk away, in all honesty. I think, yeah, this person is grieving. I think that, yeah, they definitely want to come in and apologize, but more than anything, I think that they are maybe even realizing that they might have messed it up for good, that even with an apology, they might not be able to fix it. What is this Ten of Wands? What is this Ten of Wands? Yeah, I think that they want to commit to you, or they could be married. Frankly, they could be in a commitment already. But I think this feels almost like they want to be in the structure of a relationship, and yet to fulfill the actual needs of the other person, like the spiritual aspect of connection, they definitely fail at. And this could be something that they're coming to understand about themselves. They have a tendency to function and define themselves within the structure of being a husband or being in a relationship, but the actual emotional aspect is something that they really, have not mastered or are not terribly good at. This could be somebody who defines themselves as a provider, or who is bolstered in their self-esteem, by the structure of a relationship again. Yeah, so basically what I'm seeing here is that they're kind of choosing between two options, like either apologizing or walking away. But with the Justice card, I think they understand that they would deserve it. They basically deserve for you to not be talking to them. But I definitely think that they would want to marry you, because we have the Hierophant and the Justice here. What's this Lovers in the reverse? Yeah, they're not happy. They feel like they're not going to be successful. At the very least, I think they understand that if they don't make up their mind and try something, that they're not going to be successful. That I think they're realizing that you're not going to come back, and just on your own without them apologizing. And, so they don't, I feel like they don't have a lot of other options too, maybe. Something about how they define themselves. But I think that they're experiencing a tower moment, or they are intending maybe to come into you shockingly and suddenly. Because with the Eight of Pentacles, this is somebody who does want to work on this, but I don't know. To be quite honest, I mean, this is within the spectrum, obviously, but I don't know. I think that this person, it seems like there's more than one option. It seems like they might come in and take action, or they might just walk away. But it seems like a pretty toxic energy, to be honest, Virgos. I don't feel like this person's heart is in the right place, or they're really in a good place to be with anyone. It seems like they haven't treated you very well. Can I get an oracle card for my Virgos? Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Exactly. And Pisces. So this could be a Pisces. So I think that this is somebody who is understanding the need for balance in the nature of relationships, that you can't just be a practical support in a relationship and not an emotional and spiritual support. So I also feel like this is this is giving advice to this person, if this is like a cross watcher. That I think that this is what they need to hear, is that you cannot be just a spiritual support or just a practical support. You need to be both. So you can't just pay for somebody's life, but then not support them emotionally, and then you can't just support somebody emotionally and not also be a physical support as well, if you're going to be in a committed relationship, right? So yeah, I feel like that is a strong message. I definitely feel like your person could be watching, Virgos. Is there anything else? I keep seeing this bring love into the situation. But I feel like that's more about you loving yourself, Virgos. I feel like you need to take care of yourself so that you can judge the situation, justly. Because I think, Virgos definitely have a tendency to self-sacrifice. Is there anything else? I think that that's your reading, Virgos, and I hope that it served you well, and I will speak to you soon.